you tired of consuming, let's say we're talking about food, right? Consuming rotten, toxic food is no good for you, correct? Let's say you wanted a meal. You want a healthy, organic meal. You want to feed your body something that is nutritious, something that's going to fill you up, give you good energy. It's just going to gas you up and, send you on your way. Like, imagine if you were a car. You want that good, supreme gas that's going to take you a long way. I know gas is probably a stretch of an analogy, but hey, that's just what I came up with. So I like to use metaphors and analogies sometimes in my talks and in my speeches because people just connect with conversations and comprehensions in different ways. So we're going to use the metaphor of food, for instance, in our bodies because they're all connected, correct? So let's say you want to feed your body nothing but organic food. If you went into your refrigerator and you had, let's say, rotten strawberries or spoiled milk, are you going to drink that spoiled milk? No, you're going to take that spoiled milk and you're going to pour it down the drain because you're not going to consume it because it's no good for you. If you had rotten meat, let's say you didn't put that meat in the freezer like you were supposed to, and you left it in the refrigerator, then you get ready to go cook it, or something just started stinking to high heaven. And you're like, what is that smell? And you go and you look in the refrigerator, and it's that meat you didn't put in the freezer. Are you going to cook that meat and eat it? No. And that's the same thing you want to do. That's the same way you want to treat relationships and friendships, correct? Some people will have such terrible meals for you. Let's say they just serving you up all kind of word salad. You know what word salad is. You know what's in a salad, right? A little bit of everything. So you have your lettuce, your croutons, your tomatoes, your cucumbers. Some people might throw some stuff in there that don't make sense at all in their salad. And so you have this big old salad with a bunch of stuff in it, and you just mix it up and you're going to eat it. Well, some salads are not as healthy as they are supposed to be because they are topped or drenched with a bunch of unnecessary ingredients or toppings. And so let's say that's the same thing when we talking about friendships and their conversations. Sometimes those conversations are just a bunch of word salad. It's draining. You don't want to feed yourself, your body, those word salads. We have to know that our body deserves nothing but the best. I say organic. The other thing I like to do is when I do talks and teachings, I'm going to start incorporating this into my videos for you guys. I love turning great words into acronyms, and that way we can build upon the conversation. We use acronyms to bring more depth to certain words. But anyway, back to this conversation. So the same way we want to feed our body healthy and organic food, we want to embrace positive relationships the same way. We want organic people in our lives. We want healthy conversations that have some substance, some meat to it, something that's going to stick, and something that's going to fill our bellies and our hearts with positivity. I don't know if positiveness is a word. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So that's what we want when we look at our lives as a whole. You know how you have Western medicine and you have holistic medicine? Well, holistic, they're looking at you as a whole. So when we're looking at our lives as a whole, whether it's food, whether it's relationships, friendships, we want we want to take a holistic approach. So we want to, as much as possible, fill ourselves up with organic food so that our bodies and our cells, they absorb all of the nutrients. The same thing we have to do with our mental health. And when we're dealing with other individuals, that definitely messes with our mental health. It can enhance it or it can damage it. We want everything that we do to be enhanced in a positive light. My philosophy or my way of dealing with people is like this. If I'm coming into your life, if I'm not going to add to it on a positive note, then I have no business being there. And vice versa. Somebody comes into your life, they should be there to bring goodness and positive things into your life. The time you see someone is draining you and dragging you down, then it's time to think, it's time to recalibrate and know that this relationship is not for you. Now, granted, some of my videos are really leaning towards talking about relationships, friendships, but a lot of people are talking about this. Reason being, I think, is because we have been asleep for so long, not really knowing what was going on behind the scenes, not really knowing why we were tolerating and accepting bad behavior from people. And so now that people are starting to wake up, it's being talked about more. I'm sure a lot of you see videos where they talk about narcissists and narcissistic people, characteristics of narcissists, and things of that nature. That's kind of growing as well. Reason being, hear me, is because people had dealt with these toxic behaviors, thinking that they were crazy, thinking that they didn't have it all together, when this other person was subtly planting these seeds, making you think that it was you when it wasn't, and you thought you was crazy. And now people are starting to find out they're not the only person that had been dealing with people that made them feel that way. And so now it's a big topic across the board, and there's nothing wrong with it. So when I come here, I come to speak from experience first and foremost, because there's nothing I can come here and teach you or tell you or talk to you about unless I've experienced it myself first. So I know that people will come with that word salad. They will take and twist things so much so to you don't know which way is up. And it takes some self-awareness. It takes being rooted and grounded and knowing who you are to see right through. Now I can see somebody coming a mile away with their nonsense, and I can pick it up and I can say, okay. And that way I choose whether I want to engage or disengage. Now, when I tell you, if you are not solid, first of all, you shouldn't be playing with them anyway, because this is just a waste of your time and your energy. But if you want to entertain it for a minute, you do what's best for you. But they will come and try to just turn you topsy-turvy. Me, I want organic situations. I want organic people in my life. People who can reciprocate what it is I'm giving. They can pick up what I'm putting down. I definitely need for them to have a deep sense of empathy, because I need to know that we connect on a genuine basis, not on something superficial, not transactional. It's just a matter of the principle. It's just a matter of respect. And it's just a matter of showing genuine courtesy, integrity, and kindness. And it would be great if everybody could exhibit that. But unfortunately, not everyone does. And it's okay. At some point, maybe they'll wake up and maybe they'll garner and they'll possess the empathy that's needed to have healthy relationships. So, again, when we go back to things that we're going to feed our bodies, We want it to be good, right? Think about it. You're not going to feed yourself. You're not going to eat something that's not good for you. Clearly, you know it's not good. Even if it's a piece of bread with a little piece of mold on it. No, not when you can go and just get a whole nother fresh slice of bread from somewhere else. We're going to toss that bread that has a little piece of mold on it. We're not going to settle and eat that bread because it's more out there. There are more people out there that are genuine. We just have to prune and cut away the not so good parts and allow the other goodness to flow in. But a lot of times the goodness is not going to flow in until we let go of what no longer is serving us. And once you come to that realization, I can't tell you how empowering it is. It's just, I don't know, it's just overwhelming to that sensation of freeness, and knowing, the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders from trying to please people and, just letting all that noise be in your ears with not good conversation, just gaslighting, just basically what I call it, playing in your face type of behavior. And then I'm going to do a whole nother video. I don't know if you guys have heard of this term. So there are a lot of terms also that are new. Some of you may know some of these terminology. Some of you may not. For instance, how many of you have heard of future faking? I can't remember if I mentioned it in another video or not. But yeah, there's this whole term about future faking. I'm going to do a different video and talk about that and give some examples. But anyway, this video is about feeding your spirit and your soul and your mental health only good things, only letting people that are going to bring positive things to you into your orbit, and anything non-organic, we don't want any parts of it. We are here to be of service to each other. We should be anyway. We should be of service to one another at the highest standard, at the highest level. And when we come and we are being of service, we would appreciate if the receiver is genuine and appreciates our service, our level of service. But we're not here to judge. We're here to observe, pay attention, be of service, but not be used to where it is to our detriment. We want to be used, but use me in a good way. Use me in a good way and allow me to use you in a good way. And let's use and serve each other on a high level. And there's nothing wrong with that. You've heard the phrase, fair exchange, no robbery. So I'm going to do this for you. You're going to do that for me. And we're going to love on each other and heal each other. Be compassionate. That's the other thing. People don't really have compassion for one another nowadays. I want compassion. I'm going to be compassionate to my brother, to my sister. I'm going to be understanding. Now, granted, I get it. We're all cut from different cloths. But if you are really concerned, or if you really care, you're going to care enough to pay attention. You're going to care enough to give back if you're not a user. Now, if you're a user, if the person is a user, you best believe they're not going to give you back what you've been giving to them. And there's nothing wrong with having a desire for people to give back in the way that you've given. Again, granted, I understand everybody's different. That is where free will comes in, and that is where that's where choices come in. Once you see how somebody operates, if they are not meeting your needs, please don't stay in a relationship. Please don't play with it, because the only thing it does, it just hurts you and it just hinders your growth. One thing I know for sure is when you cut loose what doesn't serve you, again, it opens the door for other opportunities and for those people who are supposed to be in your life to come in. And when they come in and you look back over the old situation and you say, wow, why did it take me so long to move on? Because, you know, it seems like our feet are stuck in cement. And that's because we're so used to mistreatment. We've become accustomed to it. We've let it become a part of our fabric. And I understand sometimes it's hard to break loose from that. But I'm here to tell you that you can break loose from it. All you have to do is set your mind to it. You have to be determined. And you have to know that things have got to be better. And once you experience having a good friend, or a good relationship, you will never go back. Once you treat yourself with the highest regard, you know how others should treat you. If this person can't meet you where you are, if they can't treat you better than how you treat yourself, that's why a lot of people choose to stay single and choose to have no friends, because people are just not stepping up. They just have gotten lazy. They're just complacent. And so we just have to decide, okay, is this relationship for me? Is this friendship serving me for my highest good? You know, I've been doing my part, but Susie or John or Michael, they're not stepping up doing their part. And I'm carrying all the weight. Is that the kind of relationship that you want? I don't think so. We want relationships that are equal across the board. We want to be on equal footing. We want to be on even playing fields. So, you know, I hope this video has helped somebody to know it gets good. Life is great. Life is good, and you have to embrace it. Even if sometimes it doesn't feel like it's good, it is. Once you start to come to a realization that everything that happens in our lives happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. Everybody that we come across in our lives, we come across them for a reason. You come across this channel for a reason. Whatever my words can come through and say to you and inspire and motivate you, give you some information that you never thought about. You know, sometimes we have to bounce ideas off of each other. Now, even though I'm just talking directly to you, in a comment section, you can talk back to me, or you can talk to others that come across the video and those that actually take the time to read the comments in the comment section. That's why that section is so important. I love the comment sections. Every time I look at somebody's video, I go to the comment section because I like to see people's perspectives and the advice that people give. And that's why I ask that leave a comment in the comment section, because you never know who you might help with your comment. I just ask that you keep the comments pleasant, because we nice over here, we cute over here, but we can be assertive, so don't get it twisted. Okay. Anyway, so give the video a thumbs up. Help my videos to spread. I'm grateful if 5 people watch it, but I really would like 500 to watch it, because it has great information. It has some thought-provoking information in a lot of my videos. And we also have to get back to critical thinking. We have got to think. We live so much of our lives on autopilot, guys. We got to come off of autopilot. We have really got to start really thinking and stop letting other people and entities think for us. Okay, well, I love you guys. Again, give the video a thumbs up. I love to hear from you in the comment section. I would love for you to share the video and YouTube. Push my videos out there so that more people can get some of this delicious content. It's so tasty, and it's not a bunch of word salad. Let me tell you, this is organic, okay? Nothing's gonna come from me other than organic. Nothing over here It's fake, probably except this hair right here. But, you know, I just had to change it up for a minute. With these nails, they are organic. Everything else about me is organic. Attitude, character, all of those traits. Nothing but organic, babe. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy.